Hi everybody, it's Linda. Happy Christmas in July. I am back with 2 Christmas journals to show you, and they are currently in my Etsy shop, Joyful Makes and Finds. So they are not a little bit similar on the outside, but almost identical on the inside, and so much fun to make, as it is 100 degrees here in St. Louis, as I know it is in a lot of areas in the United States anyway. So I hope you're staying cool, and if it's a hot day, maybe this will help to cool you off. Think about Christmas time. So anyway, let me show you these 2 journals. We'll start with journal number 1, and these are hard cover journals. And I made them from a box, and it was a box that was actually a Christmas advent calendar, a chocolate advent calendar, and it was this adorable box, and I saved them from last year, and I thought, I think I can make journals out of these, and they were absolutely a perfect size. I think, let me take a quick little measurement here. They are a full-size journal. They are about, hold on, I can't see the numbers. Okay, let's try this. They're about 8 by 5.5, so pretty good size. They have 2 sewn-in signatures. Each signature has 30 pages, so there is a total of about 60 pages, 120 sides, I don't know, something like that. I will definitely, in the listing in my Etsy shop, will have the exact number of pages. And this, let me tell you how I decorated the covers. This was a piece of some really beautiful paper, huge sheet of an artistic paper that I bought at my local art shop years ago, and I've just had it in my stash and never used it. So I thought it would be perfect to cover this journal with. And so I created a Christmas time snippet, long snippet roll, and I cut that up and decorated the cover with it. This is a vintage, I don't know what you call those, like brass, pressed brass shape, little Christmas. It's holly and berries and bells and some vintage buttons, and I made this paper, sorry, my words aren't coming out, this paper poinsettia, and I covered the corners with some metal corners, and the closure is eyelets with some vintage trim. I love this vintage ribbon trim. It's quite old, actually. Okay, so let's get inside. Make sure I am centered here. All right, there is so much beautiful color and some gorgeous digitals. They are loaded with ephemera. I am just really excited about how these Christmas journals turned out. So in the front pocket here, this is a pocket that I created with some very old lace and a letter from me that I crafted from a Christmas collage digital, which is actually a new digital that is in my sister's shop, and her shop is SouthCityHues. So I've shown a couple. She just has a few digitals made from her really beautiful collages, and this is the newest one. So if you're interested in a Christmas collage, I used it in several areas in the book, and I'll point those out to you. They are in her shop. And this is a Christmas digital that I will credit in the description box. I absolutely adored it, using it. And it also is the same digital that created this multi-way pocket here on this next page. And I just put, there's 2 pockets, and I filled it with some of the ephemera that came in that kit. Really sweet little pieces. And I love these vintage images of these kids. And a vintage to and from tag. Some coffee dyed paper. This is a page from a Christmas storybook. This is also another Christmas digital. I made a pocket here from a doily and a felt cutout and just tucked in a Project Life card. I thought that made a happy kind of a page there. This is a vintage envelope that I sewed into the signature, created a little envelope on this side with a vintage holiday recipe card in the pocket. This is a page from a crafting magazine. I think it's a Hirschner's, and I used the Christmas magazine pages. Some coffee dyed graph paper, some mulberry paper. This is a page from a vintage Christmas crafting book. This center here is a Christmas card, and I beaded the center with the signature ties with some charms and some fun beads. Some little Tim Holtz people here. On this side, there's a little belly band made from paper and a cute little image there and a Project Life card tucked in there. And then on this side is just a really cute little journaling card that I made from a copy of a vintage sewing pattern, a little Christmassy sewing pattern. Little fabric tab here made with some homespun gingerbread fabric. The other side of that Hirschner's Christmas catalog page. This is just a little fabric tuck here that I created. It looks like an envelope, but it's a tuck, and there's just a coffee dyed index card in there that you can decorate and make into you know, a decorative index card, or you can just journal on it, leave it as is. And then this is a digital, and in this pocket is this adorable little girl image on this journal card. My sister, Susie from SouthCityHues, made some ephemera for me. That's one of her pieces. Thank goodness she saved me this month. Trying to get these journals out. I wanted to have them in my shop earlier in the month for my Christmas and July sale, and the month just went by so quickly. So this is a new little something that I created. I went to my sister and I attended a rubber stamping convention in Illinois. We're here in Missouri, but it was right across the river in Illinois. And I found this adorable, it was a rubber stamp and die set that creates this fun window or door, screen door card. And you can use it for journaling. You can use it as a card, but I just thought I couldn't help, since I found it this month, to put one in each of the journals. And then I just added this little wreath and a little brad there for the doorknob, and those are just really fun. That's my new little fun find for the for these journals, and I will credit this company that makes these in the description box. They have a lot of these combination window rubber stamping, really some fun products. Okay, so this is between the two signatures. This is a decoupaged paper bag that is a tuck as well as a pocket. And this is a sweet little tag that my sister created. And I actually had tucked this under, but I need to glue that under so it doesn't come out. Okay, I will do that. And I use this sweet little vintage Holly Hobby image there, and some vintage children's ledger. This is a large tag tucked inside of this belly band that is made from a piece of the snippet that I created for the covers. And this is just a very large tag tucked in there. A page from a vintage Christmas music book. This is a fun window envelope that I embossed and folded. This is what I call my Lily envelopes. Lillian Guerrero is the inspiration behind these, and I'll link her video in the description box. But I just love how embossing the junk mail envelopes. I love the effect it creates. And this is a large tag that my sister created. I love how these kids peek out. Okay, and here is a journaling card. Again, made by my sister with some modeling paste and really all kinds of, just like some pretty little glittery touches and some little embellishments and lace. And this pocket was created from that digital that is also in her shop, the Christmas Collage digital. All right, here a little paper bag and a little journaling tag that I made with some deer dye and a paint chip. It says Pine Forest, Believe in Miracles. This is a page from a vintage cookie cookbook. I don't think a Christmas journal would be complete without Christmas cookies or cookie recipes in it. To me, cookies and Christmas go together. And this is some Christmas scrapbook paper I've had in my stash for a really long time. I thought it was time to use it. And then I added some jingle bells and some pretty matching seed beads to the signature ties in the second signature here. Okay, and then this is the back side of that paper bag, and just a little tassel here on a paper clip, and inside is some Christmas tea. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, this is my sister's digital again. In this pocket is a Santa's list. It's got the room for their name, whether they were good or bad, which of course are always good, and their address, and I guess some other little places for making check marks on your Christmas for your Santa list. This is a fabric flip using a vintage trim and some vintage Christmas fabric. There's a couple more sweet little ephemera pieces, also created by my sister. Just love this rubber stamp. And then this back page is another one of those really fun multi-pocket pages from the digital, and some of the coordinating ephemera, a little to and from, vintage to and from tag, and some this is so funny. This is the very last piece of this flocked Christmas scrapbook paper that I have hoarded this one section of this piece of paper, I bet, for 12 years. I don't know. I've just loved it. So I decided it just needed to go into these journals. So there it is. And then the very last page here, I put in this pocket postcard. This is the image that is on the front of the second Christmas journal, and since I didn't use that image on this one, I thought I would include it in the postcard form. This is also from a digital that I will credit in the description box. It's a Dear Julie Christmas digital. Okay, so this is the first journal. Let's take a look at the second one. It's very similar, so I shouldn't need to do much explanation. Let's get in frame here, and I wanted to let you know also, as with all of my journals, you will get a bag filled with offcuts and jingle bells and buttons and trims and fabrics and just little, as I said, offcuts of the papers that I used throughout the journal, just so when you are creating your own pieces and journaling, you'll have some coordinating things to use. Okay, so here's the second one. I covered this one with this vintage Christmas fabric. I didn't have enough to cover both of them, so I went with the paper on the other one. And then I used this vintage image here, a piece of the snippet with the same brass finding on the front and the buttons and the metal corners and the same trim closure, ribbon closure with the eyelets. Okay, let's take a peek. Letter from me, as you can see, it's going to be pretty much the same. So I'm going to just page through a little more quickly. This pocket has a different image but the same style with little ephemera pieces, the vintage images, vintage children images. How cute is that one? I love that one. Project Life card. This is an envelope, and here is a vintage coaster. And there's one in the other book too. I don't know why. I don't remember showing it to you, but there is one in each of the books. Some vintage music. Christmas catalog. Another Christmas crafting book. This is a little belly band with the Project Life card. And the center is the same Christmas card. And the cute little journal card I made from a vintage pattern. Fabric tab. Oh, I didn't show you the, sorry, let me just back up 1 minute and show you the beads and the charms that are attached to the signature ties on the center. Sorry. Okay, I'll go back to where I was. This is the envelope with the recipe card. And this adorable tag. Not tag, journal card. And this is the cute little door that I made for this one. It just has a different image. Let's see. And I was going to attach it as a tuck or as a pocket. Oh, this goes on top, I think. But I decided to leave it unattached and let whoever has this journal ends up with this journal decide what they wanted to use it for. You can glue it down into the journal. You can use it some other way. You can even use it as a Christmas card. Whoops, I did that. Okay. In between the signatures, the decoupaged bag with this beautiful tag. I love that image. This belly band holds this Christmas card. It says Christmas Carolers Book. It's beautiful. And it is a full note card. So it would hold a lot of journaling, or it could also be used as a Christmas card. Vintage book page. This is the fabric flip. It's beautiful tag. I'm sorry, journaling card. And a digital. There's the paper bag, and this has the tea bag inside of it, so I'm not going to pull that out this time. It's a Christmas tea. This is a vintage ledger. This is the page from the Christmas cookie book. The center of the second signature. And it's got jingle bells and pretty matching seed beads on the ties. Lots of room for journaling in here too. This would be a perfect journal to use as a December daily. In this pocket is the journaling card that I made from the paint chip paint card. My sister's digital, the Santa's list, and this is the window envelope with this great Santa tag, and he just is looking out that window just perfectly. This little pretty little card, journaling card, and a little Santa. And the final multi-way pocket with the ephemera cards from the digital. She cute. And my beloved flocked Christmas paper. And okay. And then tucked in this last page is a Christmas note card. It's a Christmas card. Habitat for Humanity. Okay. All right. And a little bulb pin that says Made with Love. And this is my Christmas journal number 2, Christmas journal number 1. They are both in my shop, Joyful Makes and Finds. Thank you so much for taking some time to have a look at them. If you're interested in finding out more about the journals, they are in my Etsy shop. Come visit me, Joyful Makes and Finds. I've got more journals coming along, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this, please leave me a like and a comment. Those help me very much, and I really, really love to hear from you. So wishing you all love. Have a great day. Bye-bye.